Kia ora, welcome back to another episode of Sharpen Up, brought to you by Beard Brothers and Groove Bar. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on all our social media. Coming up later in the show, we've got a Father's Day Beard Brothers giveaway that Jordan will tell us all about. But for now, we've got our manu hiri, Naitoa Ah Kuoi. Kia ora, bro. Welcome to the show.
Kia ora. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in. First of all, how's things? Because you've got... It looks like your wrist is a little bit injured. I saw on your social media your knee.
My knee, yes.
You weren't caught in the line out.
I wasn't caught in the line out, so I landed on my knee. But the knee actually is sweet. So I thought I blew it up. But
yeah, which is good to know, because in that, on your social media clip...
It looks bad, eh?
Very bad.
That's it. Well, I got a scan, and it was sweet. And I was thinking, is it my Samoan genetics that keep my ligament strong? But then I'm also part Chinese, so I was thinking, you know how is this a race? You know how Chinese people always sit?
Okay.
So I reckon genetically my ligament, because I'm not really a fixable guy, but my knee's actually intact. But if you see the video, I'm not landing on it in such an awkward way.
Whose fault was that, bro?
That was...
that Lister's
Well, you don't have to call them out.
I'm just calling it a freak accident, yeah. But then, I tore a ligament here in my wrist. I don't know the name of it. I was going to go real hearty and say the name, but I don't know.
Was this when you were
Nah,
caught?
this was in like the first minute.
Oh.
And I was like, no. And then that happened in like 20 minutes, and I was like, no.
Oh, no.
So then I was just running around looking like an idiot.
Was it doing something real, like, mundane?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the line-out guy, the line-out was just falling on me, and I was like, stop. And then it just landed, and I was like, damn. And then I remember going to a scrum, and I'm trying to bind on the guy, and I'm like, bro, I can't, I can't feel my hand. So you're by yourself. And then I was doing line-out lifts, and then I did my knee. So then I was like...
Just wasn't a good game, was it?
Well, when I did it, and I was like, I'll just call the line-outs to myself, so I don't have to use my hand. And then I did my knee, and I was like, well, now, I don't know if I call to myself or don't call to myself, because if I don't call to myself, then I got to lift. But if I call to myself, then I have to jump. So I was just like, everything's broken at the moment. And I didn't really know what to do.
And so, can you play at the moment?
Yep.
Okay.
So they're going to put a splint on there.
Wow.
And, yeah, I'm just being an idiot and playing. I'll probably be like 16 and realise how stupid I am. Trying to keep, doing it. They're kind of like, you kind of have to be in this, 4 to 6. And I was like, can you just put a splint on it so I can play? And they're like, yeah, if you want. So
see, maybe that is your good genes. Just keep going.
Well,
Chiefs, mana.
hey, that's it. That's it. I was actually supposed to wear an East Coast shirt. I got an East Coast shirt, but I left it. That would have been my...
Is there some recruitment happening here?
I can send you some, bro.
Yeah. That's it. East Coast,
Speaking of Chiefs, Mane, congratulations, because you announced not that long ago that you've re-signed for another year.
Yep.
So how do you feel about that? It must be very exciting.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I love it, cause I couldn't believe East Coast wasn't part of that. These guys came at the start.
That's where we first had our hongi,
Yeah,
first hongi.
Yeah, that was our first hongi. But we have met before.
Yeah.
Met at One Love. I don't know if you remember that.
Probably not, bro.
We'll probably be like, bro. But yeah, I love it. I love the Chiefs. I'm originally from Wellington.
Yeah.
But once I moved to Hamilton, not really specifically Hamilton's what I love. Sorry, I love Hamilton.
Shut up.
I played for the Magic, so we have the love for Hamilton.
But the place is awesome, and the people are awesome, and it's the same as playing for Bay of Plenty. It's a small, Bay of Plenty is a small community, and it's actually massive. But to have the backing of your people, it just means you're playing for so much more. It feels like, and this is the same with the Chiefs and in Waikato. I feel like there's more Chiefs fans that aren't from Waikato than there are in any other.
Yeah, there are, bro.
Yeah,
Some are from the East Coast.
I hear about them all the time.
Yeah. Except we can't flip and win a final, so. You're congratulations. I was like,
no, sorry, not on the final.
Yeah, that's okay. That is okay.
We did back you, I think, didn't we, down here?
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
That's right. Oh, you didn't back us? You didn't back us?
Nah.
Okay, sorry.
I love you, bro.
That's okay. I love you too, bro. That's okay. Or are you Canes? Are you...
Nah, Blues.
Oh, you're Blues?
Yeah. Shout outs to the bro, Kurt.
Kurt, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just with Kurt. We just went fishing.
True.
Oh, you're Blues. Okay.
Yeah, sorry,
that's...
bro.
Okay.
But it's sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, no,
At the same
it's
time,
okay. I think, I got nothing to say, actually. That's all right. Yeah, Blues. Right, okay.
Bro,
Blues.
just jumping in, it's actually cool to have someone in studio today. So thank you for coming.
No worries.
We're just talking about Nani's Wi-Fi
That's
last week.
pay bills, yeah.
So thanks for coming in, bro. But just for our listeners and for ourselves too, just tell us a little bit about, you know, where you come from and where you were born and raised and sort of how you got into sport, bro.
Well, I'm Naitoa, sorry. Originally from Wellington, grew up there. Went to Wellington High School my first year and then went to Wellington College in my last 4. But I'm from Mary St. Pat's, which is the rugby club that I first started playing rugby. I think I started playing when I was like 4. And then played a year for the Wellington Lions and then got picked up by the Chiefs and then have been in the Chiefs system for 6 years. But yeah, moved to the Bay of Plenty in 2021 and have been there ever since as well. But yeah, I'm actually originally from Wellington. A lot of people think I'm from Hamilton because I'm just hearty as.
Yeah. And what was that like when you moved from Wellington, having played for the Lions, doing all your schooling there, and then representing other areas?
Yeah, so I always envisioned myself like never leaving Wellington and then just being Lions, Canes, you know, Hurricanes. And I'd never been to Hamilton until I got there. And I didn't know anything about the Chiefs. I never watched the Chiefs. So
really?
When I met the people, like a lot of the people, you knew like David McKenzie and all those guys. But the other guys who had been there for long, I didn't really know them. So I wasn't as starstruck. But the first day I thought I was going to like fight Brady Retallick. Because I just thought it was like, all I heard was Chiefs mana. I was like, I'm going to come with some like level of, you know. And then I realised he's not even there. But I just thought like that you got to earn their respect through that.
Yeah.
So that was like the vision I had. But on the first day, like everyone was just so like welcoming. And that made it awesome. And then just the fans, like I reckon we have the best fans in the world really. Like that's literally. Like it makes you feel like I'm from Waikato, from like Bay of Plenty, because of the fans, really.
Even when I played netball, they'd bring the cowbells. So what was that like for the final when they were saying there won't be any cowbells allowed down in Otatahi?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I thought that was cool. Like, the final. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, that was. Oh God, the final. I've played six finals in my professional career. I lost them all. I'm the reverse of Michael Jordan. That's the other side of it.
Damn.
At least you've been there, though.
6 no-rings. Oh, and 6.
At least you've been there. Right? Right? Is that a positive spin on
It's
it?
giving Charles Barkley.
Who's been doing the karakia, bro?
Someone's getting it wrong. Someone's getting it wrong somewhere.
It this year.
Yeah. That's actually true. That's why I thought we had the mana for it. And then, we get down there. But,
Do you get like, going back home
yeah.
to the place that you were born and bred? Like is there banter going on? Like what's going on?
Yep.
Who's the whānau rooting for?
A lot of them root for Moana.
Oh, yeah.
Because like what they're doing, the movement they're doing is awesome. And a lot of them are still like half Canes, half Chiefs. Or like I think they're Canes, but when I come down, they're like Chiefs. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
or when you're around,
when I'm playing,
Chiefs,
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm like,
or
you
if
wear
there's
a
any
Canes
gear.
jersey around. Like, I see you wearing a Canes jersey. So it is a bit of banter. The worst is like we lost to the Wellington Lions last year in the Bunnings Cup final. And I said in an interview, I was like, I have to go back to like Wellington because that's where I go on a holiday when I have my time off. And I listened to these people talk about it just broke me. That's what broke me a lot. But yeah, it is a bit of banter. There's a bit of banter. But I think most of my family are now Chiefs supporters. Yeah.
Nice. I remember bumping into you on Cuba Street. And I thought you were from up here, bro.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then I seen this big fella eyeing me up from across the road, and I was like, oh no. Here we go. And then I think he pulled out your phone.
Yeah.
And then you checked your phone, and then you were like looking at me, and then I just seen him beeline for me, and I was like, damn.
Man.
And I was standing outside my sewing shop
that
I buy my materials from. And then you come to me, hey, bro, are you Creator Tyra? I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sweet.
Wait, you all know me?
Yeah. Honestly, I saw him, I was like, I think I was with my family and my kids, and I was like, I think that's Creator Tyra. I think that's And then I was like, that's why I had to check my phone. I was like, I don't want to just come up and be like, are you Creator Tyra? And the guy's like, no, you're you know what I mean? So I just had to double check. Yeah, Cuba Street, that's where we met.
Yeah.
And he did some work for me,
so
some art for me.
The bro,
true.
He sent me one of his player jerseys, which was crazy to me, because the first player jersey that I ever upcycled into a portai. And then it was the first portai that I made without the top, so the bro could have his jersey.
Yeah.
Which was cool. And then I remember you telling me you were going to wear it to the first day.
Yeah, I did, bro. We wore it on day 1. I don't want to wear it much because it's just like feels like such a piece of art. I've actually got it in like my memorabilia bag, so I always like keep a jersey from that year to hold when I have a man cave, and that's in it now because I don't want to ruin it. Yeah. So I look at it, I'm like, flip. So sometimes I wear it, sometimes I'm like, yeah. But now it's locked away. Sorry, I can't show it off anymore. Okay. It'll be out when I get a man cave. I don't know, when I make enough money to do it. Yeah. That's it.
Bro, you spoke about, losing 6 grand finals, and that's something that, everybody, loses, everybody has experienced that. My part is what do you use to get over a loss? I've experienced no wins currently this season.
Right.
And I think it's a thing that all athletes go through. How do we overcome losing?
It's usually
because we're so invested in our sport.
I'd say it's like a Spate Summits Ultra or like a Cranberry or
who do we want to get sponsored by?
Fireball, I don't know. Yeah. What was it? I think it was Red Wines after that one. Yeah. Can I talk about that? I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I'll probably get in trouble. I feel it's so hard. Like, the one that broke me the most was the Wellington Lions Bunnings Cup final because we played 100 minutes and I thought it was our year. We had such a great year and I felt like the stars were aligning. Like, we were going back to Wellington, my hometown. Yeah. I felt like we were riding down on the horses, coming ready to turn the city. Like, honestly, bro, this was my big vision. And I went to 100 minutes, so I went to extra time. It was just such an arm wrestle, and that loss was the one that just really hurt. But how do I get from there? I think a lot of it you just use as motivation, and our mental skills guy, Walshy, talks about WIN, so the acronym WIN, which is what's important now. So a lot of it, like in-game, I'll use that if I knock a ball on or something. I'll just say, okay, what's important now? What's my job? What's my role? And so when it comes to a season like that finishes, and you got to take some time to unwind or unpack it in your mind, and then you go, what's important now? So usually it's like I would spend time with my family and then go back to the Bunnings Cup, and I'll just try and just say, hey, I'll park this or have this week of decompressing from the final of the season and say, this is what happened, I'm gutted, I lost, blah, 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 blah. And I go, well, what's important now? And it's like, what's next? And then I'll always have that in the back of my mind, obviously, and we'll come back to the pre-season of Chiefs and just think about it again and go, holy heck, I want to do it all over again. Or just like, we want to do one better. So that's kind of what I use. Yeah, but again, it's probably just like fireballs and stuff.
And just
we want the real answer.
There's a political answer, and then there's like, what really?
Wine's important
now. That's it.
I do love that. So for you at the moment where you are with the NBC, what's important now?
Yeah, so we just played. We played last week against North Harbour. We won, but we had 2 losses in a row, which we hadn't done in a while. Both of them at home, which was really bad for us, and we don't like, because no one wants to lose at home, but we consider it, our house. Someone's coming through our front door, knocking on our front door and taking away what belongs to us. So that's the way we envision it. So that's hard, and so I didn't even know we were sitting, but we had an opportunity to be first, and now we're kind of in the rat race with everyone else. So a lot of it now is just week by week. You got to take it week by week and understand. Don't look ahead. Just focus on the task at hand again, which is Taranaki this on Sunday. I don't know when this is going to come out, but we played Taranaki, and that's our main focus. We can't get ahead of ourselves and think about what's next. We were hoping that it would have been a Shield match, but then they lost to Waikato, and Southland won.
And then Southland won, which is... I think the first time in 14 years, which is incredible for the Ranfurly Shield.
I think it's cool for them. Like, I was speaking to someone before, and they said, like, teams that are not from the big cities, like, to see them do well is awesome for New Zealand rugby, because it's shines light on just smaller unions, smaller provinces. So
sharing the love, eh?
That's right. That's it. That's why we're here, man. That's why we're here.
But you talk about the Bunnings Cup, and we talk about we're all kind of league fans, like hardcore league
yeah.
fans, and we look at, say, Super Rugby, and we look at the more provincial rugby that's going on. How important is it still? Like, does it still hold relevance? Is it still really important in terms of like the juniors coming through and the up and coming players?
I reckon like there's so many conversations that are above my pay grade about it all. And I'll leave that to them. There's a lot of politics that I don't actually understand, but it's happening. But in my opinion, 100%, like a lot of the guys that, like in the Bay of Plenty that I've played with that have now gone further, it's been awesome to see. And they've come from the club, sort of set up, made the provincial team, and then from there made the super team. Carl Preston's a guy I played with, so he played just club rugby and then was a roofer, and then got a contract with Wellington Lions, then got a contract with the Crusaders, and now he's in the All Blacks.
Yeah.
You know, so like it shows that there's still a pathway through there, and I think now kids nowadays are all about like now. So if it doesn't happen for them now, they're like, well, I'll give it a crack, and you know. But it's like I don't know if that's society now or the way that kids are getting, you know. I think that's even with media, like they just want things like
they can get everything so instantly.
Yeah. And so, like a lot of the time, if they're 20 and they haven't made an NPC team, they go, you know. I'm like, mate, just stay in it.
Yeah, it's a grind.
It's massive. Yeah, 100%.
As an athlete.
Yeah. So I think it's massive, and I think it's awesome. Like I keep saying, like the Bay of Plenty, like the way the region backs us, it's unreal, and they get behind us, and it's awesome to play for those people. But I think it's one of the biggest pathways that you can to, I don't know, supporting your family if that's what you want to do, or be an All Black, or play Super Rugby, or go overseas.
Yeah, so I'm hearing the development of an individual player, but also for the general game. It's a good thing.
I reckon NPC is the best for New Zealand, like for New Zealand rugby. Like the comp now is cool because anyone on their day can win or lose, and that's what's keeps the game alive, is, you know, they're not having these big blowouts. And I just reckon NPC is, like, it's cool to play in. Like, it's honestly one of my favourite times of the season. But I think I reckon it's the heart and Heartland rugby. Like, it's the heart of New Zealand rugby, you know.
Yeah.
Grassroots.
Besides literally the club rugby. Yeah.
For you, last year you played in the All Blacks 15, am I right? And then this year you were part of the training squad.
Yep. Yeah.
How was that for you and all that experience?
It was cool. Like it was a great experience. Very intense environment, and they just demand excellence.
Yeah.
And then it was cool. Like you learn so much. And so I was only there for the French series, so it's about 3 weeks of training, and I was in awe, really, of a lot of the players, and just listening to how they operate, watching how they operate was really cool. And again, like, the weight of a nation is huge, eh? Like you can sense how much it means to these players and how much it means to the people, and like you can feel you can like feel the aura or like the presence of New Zealand really, like, just being on your back, really, and playing for that. And I was just training, so I can't imagine like what it'd feel like to be playing. But yeah, it was an awesome experience. And
is that the ultimate goal for you?
That is the ultimate goal, 100%. I've said that time and time again. I want to be an All Black. Yeah, plain and simple, really.
Just to jump on that, off the back of, you know, the sad news that us as a rugby community got this year with the passing of Shane Christie, and the importance of our mental well-being, bro, and just like for you as a current star in those systems, well, you know, you're a star to a lot of our tamariki, bro, and just want to hear your perspective of what's the culture like, say, at the Chiefs, and how's the support for our mental well-being in those environments at the moment.
It's like, in the 2 teams I'm in, it's awesome. Like, the culture's great. That's what I think makes Chiefs rugby, is the people inside it. And Donk, who's gone to Munster now, Clayton McMillan, he was a big fan, or like a big advocate of, if everything's all right at home, then everything's all right at work. And so when things are happening in your house, he would go take care of that before you come here, because you get the best out of the individual if everything's set at home. So I think him having that mentality helps a lot. If you're going through things, if you need things, then it's not frowned upon to ask or have you know, the opportunity to relieve work and do that sort of stuff. So that's my experience in the Chiefs, and the same goes for the Bay of Plenty. We have a lot of people who help with our mental skills and give us tools. But yeah, the times I've experienced or needed like time off or to see my family or something or that sort of stuff, I've always been given it. So in my experience, it's really good. But it's like it's the most important thing, I reckon. And rugby is all like it's like 90% mental, as they say. But it takes a toll. Like it takes a toll, like physically and mentally. Like the year of just consistently staying on every week.
Yeah.
So you have to decompress. You have to have time. Whether that's fishing, diving, which is a bit of what I do, or like family stuff, or people play golf, you know, that sort of stuff. So having that to clear your head, get away from the game, is huge, which I guess you guys will probably experience, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is, I had one of my best coaches, she was the same. She was like, a happy player off the court is a happy player on the
100%,
court.
yeah.
And so she always made sure we were okay first as human beings.
Yeah, yeah.
So she could get the best out
Yeah.
of us as athletes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I 100% agree.
it.
I know Pity, he's disappointed he's not here to talk to you
it's
about
okay.
fishing.
He's
That's
sent
okay.
through a hot
But don't
chocolate.
worry,
Oh, he has.
he's glad that
He's
you're
got
here
it.
so
Has
he
he got
can
spots for
finally
me?
talk,
Yeah.
talk
That
to
was
you
his
about
main
some
question,
fishing.
bro. Is if you got any spots for
Bro,
him.
he's pretty sticky to us. I need the spots from him. No, I got no spots. I need some spots down the East Coast, bro. That's where I need to go.
Nah, it's no good up the coast. Too much
That's
silt.
a good answer. That's a good answer.
So how did this all come about? Is it because when you need that time away from being an athlete, and then I love watching, is it Bateman and Rodden and you and Kurt and everything that you guys get up to in your adventures?
Yeah, like I always wanted to do that, like have that on the side, and build my brand around that sort of stuff because I just enjoyed it. But I was big in diving growing up, and then when I came to the Bay of Plenty, I met Kurt. And then he took me out fishing, and
Perfect
I was like, "Oh, this
spot
guy!"
to be based.
Oh, literally. And he was the man. He took me out fishing, and we just like grew a friendship from that. And then one day, Dom Harvey came in, and I joked around saying, "Oh, like I'm gonna make a podcast." Oh, actually, I won't say it out loud. Well, actually, my idea was I'll say it now because I don't think I'll do it, but you guys can steal it. It's like you go on a boat, like the podcast is on a boat, and you just get a couch and you sit there, because when you're fishing or like you can't do anything but talk,
hang out. Yeah.
because there's nothing else to do.
I feel like I've heard people mention this before.
We've tried that actually.
Oh, you have tried it? You have tried it? Yeah,
Didn't work well.
Oh, yeah,
How did it go?
yeah. Well, that was my whole vision. And then one Father's Day, I was given a GoPro, and then we shot a video, and then I was like, I really want to do this thing, and I said I couldn't do it without him because he's so smart and onto it, and I knew that I would fizzle out if I didn't have him by my side. And he was like, "Oh, we should do a fishing comp," and I was like, "Mean," and I thought we were competing in it, but then he was like, "No, we're making one."
Oh,
so
you,
we
like,
made a fishing comp.
hosted it.
He hosted a fishing
Wow.
comp, and then we did it for a charity Wish for Fish,
Cool.
and then that's sort of how we created our page, and then it's just grown
Nice.
ever since, really.
Yeah.
But it's cool, like, and like I've said, that's our time to get away. We
Yeah.
were just up in kitty fishing
Nice.
before we got down here, so like that's how we break. Just like, because once you get to work, especially for him, he's a captain of the Steamers, so
Yeah.
he's constantly on, and he has to worry about everyone. Whereas a lot of us have to just worry about our own roles. So
Yeah.
he needs time away, and so have like fishing and just the sort of thing that's just away from rugby, and you can be yourself and do whatever you want, really. On that page is cool and happy.
And I think it's cool we get to see your guys' personalities away from being
I reckon.
players. And is that one of, I guess, your guys' goals as well, just to show
Yeah.
who you are?
Well, like, I just think New Zealand, I think rugby needs characters.
Yes.
Like, you think about basketball, and like a lot of people don't love basketball, but they love LeBron James because it's a character like they can follow, and they won't love the Lakers, but now they love the Lakers because he's gone there, that sort of stuff. But in rugby, there's no, like, you don't build things around characters.
Yeah.
But I think there's so many characters, like, people will say I'm a character, but there's that many out there, but they're just not put onto.
Yeah.
And I think having that will help grow rugby.
And I think when I think of male rugby, I do think of probably you are one of the best at it in New Zealand. And then when I talk to other athletes, especially netballers, I use Ruby Tui as an example. Because she is someone who's unapologetically herself. And that's why people love her. And I feel like the whole world has fallen in love with her for just her being herself.
Yeah, and that's what we base Bateman and Rodden off is natural and organic experiences. So everything's authentic, nothing's forced. If it happens, it happens. And that's why we suck at fishing, and that's our that's what we do. So if you ask me for spots, I don't got the spots because someone's gonna give me the spots. Yeah.
We had an Okuma giveaway a couple of weeks ago, and everyone, our listeners, had to send in their sharpest catch. So I wanted to ask you what your sharpest catch so far is, or
I'd say
not quite.
I've shot a kingy. I'd say that's it. You know, he shot a
Whereabouts?
Yeah.
It's probably on the Instagram.
No, it was actually in Oportiki, in the farms, which I think you don't really do. But I was there over the weekend with my girlfriend, and then she's a diver. She's a big diver, and I was like, I fished it, and there was soy kingies next day. Shot it.
He didn't say anything whakatohia.
No. Well, I don't think that's a spot anyway. I just think we fluked it. Yeah. So I'm happy to say that.
You do a bit of cooking too, bro. What's your favourite kaimoana and what's your favourite dish, bro?
Yeah, I'm just a big sashimi fan, eh? Raw fish is like the be all and end all for me, eh? So I'm a bit of a cook, but not really. I just do post videos, and so people think I'm a cook.
And then I saw Kurt call you out on one.
Yeah,
like, who thinks you're a chef?
Yeah. He can cook. But he's like 40. He's old. He's seen the world. Sorry. Yeah.
What's going in your raw fish, bro?
My raw fish?
Oka,
Oh, nah. See, I don't know. Like, it's just the stock standard. But I've only done it a few times. And I get scared. I posted it on social media, but I was like, someone is going to... Because that's like chop suey, all of that. Everyone's got their mum's one. That's the way they do it. That's the way it's supposed to be done. So I just... I don't even know. I just fluked it. It tasted nice. I'm too scared to actually say it out loud because someone's going to go... That's like... Yeah.
Jordan's all about that.
Yeah.
Just say
professional taste tester, bro.
Okay.
Huffy, bro, what are we doing with your raw fish, bro?
My raw fish, I'd probably just go and shoot a pink marmot at about 20 metres.
The southeasterly. Hey, what's the marmot
in Wellington? I like, but kina. Kina will have to be my favourite. Kaimoana, bro. I love a kina.
I do love a kina. That's
easiest one to get to.
They're a pest. Actually. So go get them.
You mentioned your partner, and I've seen you two on social media going diving, etc. But I love that you're learning some Te Reo Māori with her.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
I tried
but it's great to see.
Yeah, she did a full immersion. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah, I think last year. So I just chime in here and there. She's just turns me off really, but I just try it but Kurt's he's the captain of the New Zealand Māori, so he's big into learning Māori. He wants to learn Māori. His mum was Māori. His mum passed away I think a couple of years ago. So he's big into trying to I don't know, rejuvenate that, or what's the word for that?
And
Revitalise.
And I interviewed him this year before they went away for the Māori All Blacks, and he said that one of his biggest things was that his mum didn't get to see him captain the team, it's great to see him do that, and he kind of is taking that all on board 100%. As part of his journey.
Yeah, and he's big into it. So he asks a lot of questions from Brooke, and I'm the same. I'd love to know. My kids, they're part Māori as well, so they're Samoan Māori, just genetically gifted and. And Chinese. So hopefully they're smart and fast and
strong ligaments.
But my family in Wellington, there's a lot of them. Most of them are there, and they're all Samoans, but not much of my kids' Māori family around. And so I don't want them to be like one side more than the other. I just want them to have both cultures. So a lot of it for me is trying to give it to them so that they have a sense of identity and knowing who they are.
Bro, just jumping in there, as a non-Māori, and I know the setup at the Chiefs with Ora. He runs a tight ship. But what's it like as a non-Māori going in? Is it nerve-wracking learning? How do you sort of approach it? Because we've had a lot of athletes come on talk about how hard it is to reconnect to their culture. I'd just like to hear your perspective, bro.
It's easier to do it because I'm not Māori, like learning it. Learning Samoan's harder because then I just get ridiculed from my family.
Well, right. Yeah.
That's an annoying thing in itself, is that when you try... that's what am I talking about? They try and then they knock you down. I don't know. That's a whole topic in itself, which is annoying. But I think, are you talking about connecting to the Māori culture?
Yeah.
I love it. When Clayton came in, he brought it all to life. So all of our jerseys have meanings to it. They're not just patterns. He explains all of them. And Ora, he's a wizard, eh? He's honestly a wizard. And he broke down the haka for us, all of that sort of stuff, and everything we stand for. And just paints a picture of what we do, what we do, and why we do it. And everything has a meaning, and we're not just doing it for the sake of doing it. So I reckon it's awesome, eh? And I'm just a massive advocate of getting in there and just getting stuck in there. I'd back myself as the best haka.
Well, you do see you in there, which we like to see. I think people have confused you for being Māori. You're right in there, bro.
Once I got dreads, it was like, kia ora, bro. And I'm like, kia ora, bro. And they're like, no. I'm like, I'm Samoan, bro. I get this so much, eh? Honestly, it cracks me up, eh?
Should have been on Chief of War, bro.
Yeah. It was, I missed that invite, eh? Flip.
And what's this journey been like for you whilst also being a young dad to your tamariki?
At the journey of life?
Of being an athlete, a young dad.
Yeah.
And
it's been
kids.
great. Having kids young, I reckon is, at the time, I was kind of like, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah.
And me and my partner at the time had him during COVID, so it was level 4 lockdown in 2020. And so they were actually born in Tauranga, but we were in Hamilton, but the Nika was full. So she went to Tauranga, which is the stars of a line now that I'm playing for them. I just say, my kids are from here.
Yeah.
Because I'm born in Tauranga Hospital. But, it's been amazing. You know what I mean? I think being a young dad is cool because they see the journey you're on. I speak to a lot of people. I spoke to Awala Satiti, whose dad, Seymour Satiti, and he said, I don't fully remember what my dad was. I was like, your dad was a legend, but he doesn't know because his dad was a bit older. But I think now that my kids are young and I'm still in my career, they get to kind of see the journey and be part of the journey, and instead of hearing it from later in life.
Or when you're trying to tell them,
Dad
was a star.
Back in my day. So they can sort of be a part of it. And I think I always say being a young dad is amazing, and people always say, I want in my 20s to enjoy it. But I just think by the time they're 18, I'll be 38. I'll still be out and about, As soon as I'll still be hopefully mobile and still be able to do fun stuff. But what do you reckon? Being a young dad?
No, it's good. It's actually I'm the exact same age, and Renzo just turned 19.
Oh yes,
yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh wow, there you go.
Yeah, and then he actually schooled me up last night, really quite a intense kōrero wānanga, and he just basically gave it to me.
Oh really?
Sure.
In a very adult, mature way. And he's Dad, I need you to be happy, mate.
Wow.
And it was real confronting, but it was also really beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I've raised this kid who's now kind of parenting me. There's this mutual respect that we have. And then you do grow with them. Yeah. They grow with you as well because you're still quite young and developing as a dad. But then you get to a point where I'm kind of young enough to hang out with him. I'm kind of cool until he's like,
you guys go to events together?
We do go to events.
He's killing it, eh?
Yeah, and then shout outs to the Neff Quest, who you're wearing his t-shirt as well. He had his event on Saturday, and my boy went along, and they had a great time. He comes home and tells me, we did this, we did this. I was talking to this chick, and and then I'm like, but no, it's a really cool thing. And some people do the travel. I still do. I encourage, go to uni, travel, do all that stuff.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. But also, if you do end up having a child, it's beautiful.
A blessing. That's the way I put it. Yeah. You can do it better.
Just talking about father and son, our current coach for the East Coast, Kahi Tamatea, him and his dad were the first father and son
That's it.
combo to play an NPC together.
That's what I want to do.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it, but that's the goal. It's a long way away. But that's like, once I had my son, I was like, I want to play with him, or I want to play with him. That sounds weird. I want to play rugby with him. Sorry, play rugby with him. But yeah,
carry on, bro. Carry on.
Yeah,
They're a blessing.
Yeah, that's a blessing. Yeah, kids, man. Yeah, there you go.
You spoke about your Samoan heritage. So your parents from Samoa, and
Yep.
they came here, I think I read, to give your family better
Yeah.
life, and they're both lawyers?
Yeah,
Is that
so
right?
my parents came at separate times, but a lot of the Samoan culture, they'll send a kid to New Zealand to earn a living and send money back. So that's sort of the way of life, sort of, circle of life, which is, that's another topic in itself, which I'll leave before I get ridiculed again. But my parents did that, so they came to New Zealand, and it became, my dad was a teacher for a bit, and then when I was born, he was in law school. So it's sort of a similar thing. Like I grew up around law school, like biking around law school, Wellington, and I didn't think anything of it until now. As an adult, I'm like, how crazy is it that someone's like at that certain age and going to law school and having kids?
Yeah.
It's impressive. Like I honestly my dad's become my idol. When I was young, I didn't really see it because I didn't understand the magnitude of how hard that is.
Yeah.
But now seeing it, it's like flip. It's an impressive thing to do. Like, and he's just an impressive man to be able to do that. But yeah, they gave me an opportunity to come here. Well, they were here already. I was born here. But that's that's the culture really in Samoa. Yeah. Which I probably,
no, 100%. I'm having a moment here because I used to live in Newtown, right? And I used to be in Kilburn here a lot. Just raiding the op shops.
Yeah.
Bro, does your dad have an office?
Yep.
That's
Ah
your
Kuoi,
man.
yeah, that's
Holy!
Yeah, he's got his law practices in.
Give him a
Kilburn.
shout out, bro. Give him a shout out.
Ah Kuoi. He's actually running for council in Wellington. So
wicked.
in the eastern. Oh my gosh, yeah. In Wellington, sorry, that's how as far as I can go.
Wellington East.
Yeah, the eastern suburbs. Yeah, eastern suburbs. But yeah, he's got him and my mum, which ain't his mum, but that's my mum. Him and my parents. That's what you say. My parents. That's how you make it. My parents. They've got their law firm. Yeah, in Wellington, in Kilburn. Yeah.
Damn.
Ah Kuoi Law. Yeah, which is right next door to where I get my nails done.
Yeah, and it's also where I sometimes get the sewing, the culture.
And the sewing. Yeah.
So I know. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So if you need legal help, call my dad, call my mum. Yeah.
So with all of that, did you ever want to or think about becoming or going into law, even though you said you started playing rugby when you were 4?
Yeah, I watched it and I was like, I kind of keen, and he was just saying it's hard work. And my sister's a lawyer; she's also a lawyer, but I always knew I was going to be a rugby player.
Yeah.
Like I just had it in my mind from when I was young. So when I left school, in my mind, I just felt it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Right.
And I just
Love
put
that.
all my eggs in one basket, which is not what people teach. Like, it's not what my parents taught me. They taught me to go to uni, go to have a backup plan. But I was just like, nah, this is like what it is. It's going to happen. And I worked hard for it. And I didn't see any other way.
Yeah.
So, I thought about just going to university. And then I was just like, nah, I want to be a rugby player. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
I'm too talented.
Wow, yeah. Chinese genetics, man. They can't go to waste. My ligaments.
That's buzzy because we just had Nani last week
Yeah.
and he spoke about the same thing. He just
Yeah.
had all his
Yeah.
eggs in one basket,
Yeah.
but we know the reality of professional sport.
Yeah.
We know the percentages. It's a small percentage that actually make it. So there was no plan B. So you just had the mindset you were
100%.
going to.
Yeah, that's it. Like I had no plan B, and my dad, like I said, my parents always spoke about having a plan B. That was like their main driving thing is still go to university. You can play rugby, but go to university. And I was like, I just said, I'm going to be a rugby player. Like there was no doubt in my mind or anything. And I hear a lot of people who say, oh, it was a dream come true. And for me, like it didn't seem like a dream. It just seemed like a goal
Yeah.
because it didn't seem far away. And I just worked so hard. And a lot of it came from my ego and my confidence in myself. And that's a big work on is having like controlling my ego. But part of it is how I got to where I got to because I just backed myself and believed myself. Right? So I just put all my eggs in one basket, and it didn't seem like it was at the time, but it was just like, I'm going to do it. And I remember playing for the Lions, and I remember the first game, and I was like, man, I should have been here ages ago. And that's how big my head was and my ego was. But it was just I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I knew I was going to do it. Yeah.
Can I ask, bro, like, we talk about migrant families that come to, say, New Zealand or Australia, and then they go into professions. So your family went into law.
Yeah.
What was the expectation then? Like, was there an like your sister became a lawyer?
Yeah.
Like, that conversation. And then I want to also get into how do you go play for Mary St. Pat's, but then you go to Wellington College? Let's get the first question first.
What was the first question? The expectation of me?
The expectation.
My parents just, like, always said, work hard. Like, there was, like, my dad always had this equation on the whiteboard at home. It was like, hard work and balance is equals success, I think it was. I can't remember. You may have to get him on, he'll tell you. But, he always spoke about hard work, and when I was young, I thought I worked hard just off my own mindset. And it's not until I was older I realised every day he would say you have to work hard. And so I don't know if there was an expectation for me to do great things, but he just kept saying work hard. So whatever it was that I was going to do, he just said to work hard at it. So that was really it. Yeah. And then Mary St. Pat's. That was the club that my dad was at.
Okay. And then the decision to send you to
Wellington College. Yeah. My oldest brother went to Wellington College.
Okay.
He left St. Pat's and went to Wellington College, and then my other brother went to Wellington College. So I didn't have a choice. Okay. But my parents handed the form in late in my first year, and I was in the car with one of my best mates, and he was going to Wellington College, and his dad was talking to him. He's like, have you done the forms? And my dad's like, no, I'm going to do it a bit later. And he's like, oh, it's closed. Yeah. And it was like, what? And my mate next to me was like, you're not coming.
Your daddy was working too hard.
Well, either that or just he's too drunk. So my first year I went to Wellington High School, which is like, I explained to people it's two of the opposite school. Like,
very.
Schools. Wellington High School was a co-ed, mufti, very artistic school.
They got labelled alternative.
Yeah, alternative
right?
school. Like that's like if you think of Wellington and alternative people, that's like the school. And in Wellington College is like rugby and
prep
like
boy
literally like prep boy, white. Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Palangi people who are like very wealthy. So it's two completely different schools. So
yeah, I just want to touch on too because I spent time in the eastern suburbs, living there for 2 years, and then I realised how many All Blacks were from the area, or like really good rugby union players from like Rongotai to Wellington College to St. Pat's. I'm just like, what? This is like a real hotbed of talent. Like a hub. Like, what was it like growing up? Who were the people you were looking up to?
Who was I looking up to? Oh, well, Ma'a's my cousin.
Not bad.
Yeah. So I was like, having him to look up to was awesome. And I, growing up, only just wanted to play for Mary St. Pat's premier team because my dad played rugby for Maris, but I just played senior third. So we would go to training. I'd just sit there and watch the prems, and then we'd ball boy for the prems. And so I just only wanted to be like, I just really wanted to do that. So I had a lot of guys who played for him. Fatunufili, he's like the king of KB, they call him. He's the first five who played for Samoa, but he was someone that I looked up to. But there's a lot of guys in Wellington who could have cracked it. Like 100% could have cracked it. Like I would have been the most talented guy in my like age range. But there was so many, and like it's a hotbed of talent.
Like the Savia brothers.
Yep, Savia brothers. Went to Rongotai. I'm probably gonna. Lima Sopawanga went to Wellington College. Billy Proctor's from St. Pat's Town. Jerry Collins, St. Pat's Town. So there's a lot of like great rugby players who've come from the area. Same as Porirua. Porirua is the same with the amount of talent.
Shout outs to Wellington.
Yeah. Massive shout out to Wellington.
Well, that'll move us into our sport chat now, and we might as well
That was a sport chat? That was just chat?
That was all you, bro.
Oh, okay.
Now we're going to open it up a little bit more and talk about the All Blacks. They play South Africa this Saturday at Eden Park. Ari Savia Name will play his 100th game, but how are we all feeling for this one? Because South Africa, they are the world champs. Yeah. They haven't beaten the All Blacks at Eden Park in 51 games, 30 years. is the record.
Yeah.
So it's a big game
That's,
this weekend.
The Fortress.
The Fortress. The All Blacks, they lost to Argentina. South Africa lost to Australia. Both come into it with a win as well. So how are you feeling for this one?
You're the rugby expert, bro.
Yeah. How are we feeling? Good. Feeling good. Yeah. I'll back the All Blacks to the cows come home. And I hope to see a lot of the Leroy Carter and that get a chance to play. But it's a tall ask. Like the South Africans are a different beast. But I think the way Eden Park is built, its aura, and backing it and not wanting to lose, that amount of pressure there is enough for New Zealand to get up. And I think losing at home, you don't want to do.
No.
Especially at Eden Park, which they haven't done for 30 years.
30 years
Yeah.
against South Africa.
Talk about
right.
that pressure you talked about in the camp. Imagine that pressure leading into that
now,
game.
Yeah, 100%. And I was in there and we were playing the French 15, and so to them playing, coming off a loss to Argentina, playing the world's best at a place we haven't lost in 30 years. The week would be intense. Very intense.
Even the media is intense,
Oh,
right?
media
Like
will be
it's
through the
been
roof,
starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jordan, how are you feeling for this one?
I did read we were a bit ho-hum about our halfback situation.
Yes.
There's some losses there.
Yeah.
Tez is
Quite a
gone.
few injuries.
Carl Preston's in from Wellington, and Xavier Rowe from the Chiefs.
Cool.
All great players. I back them both.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Very interesting.
Otherwise, ABs. To be honest, I just don't like Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
I'm happy to lose to any Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah, that's true.
All you Northern Hemisphere countries, you can get stuff.
There you go. There you go.
No, I agree. I'm looking forward to the game. It should be a quality game of rugby. But mihi to Ari. I was surprised to hear that he's 100 already. And I don't think it's a big list, of All Blacks that have hit that milestone. So
it's 13, maybe 14.
It's a
it's
small
incredible.
few. So, that's a great achievement. So hopefully we get the win for the Brand.
100.
Yeah.
He's massive.
This Saturday. Black Ferns, they beat Japan early this morning, 62-19. They're into the quarterfinals, but they still play Ireland in a week's time. But our first Sharpen Up guest, Braxton Sorensen McGee, got a hat trick.
She's my cousin.
No,
I only told I met her when the All Blacks and the Black Ferns sorry, literally. These are those guys' ones.
You know that guy on social media, I own them. That's my cousin. That's my cousin.
But I didn't know. So my auntie went and watched her play when she was at school.
Right.
And they were saying, this is your cousin, her name is Braxton. She's a rugby player. She seems pretty good. And I was like, Braxton. And then it just started kicking off. And I was, it's a name you can't forget, Braxton. And I was like, I think that's and I talked to her and I was like, I think we're cousins. And now she's out the gate,
She's a
18
little
years
super,
old and
18.
just like,
She was our first guest that came in here. We interviewed her, one of her first interview, I would say. And just, I think you guys are blown away at just the size of her because she's teeny tiny. And even today I was saying to Tubby, I was like, how is no one tackling her? I get she's fast, but she just evades tackle.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
Whack City, got a fend.
Yeah, she's impressive,
Kick.
man.
Looks like she's running slow-mo, but she's going really fast.
Yeah.
The Black Ferns, Portia Woodman?
Yes,
Sorry,
Portia.
I just realised.
No, you can read it straight off if you like. But she became the top test try scorer across men's and women's rugby in New Zealand.
Damn.
30 tests, was it?
Yeah, just incredible.
She's honestly. So there's sevens in where
Oh,
we
yes, because they were
train.
trained with you,
Honestly, I was so starstruck when I see her. Every time I see her, I'm like, oh my. Hey, Portia.
No,
I
Jordan
got a
knows.
barrel
Jordan
mic.
knows.
Yeah.
No, bro. And it wasn't even
went
real life,
deep,
bro.
bro.
She was on the...
I was just like, holy. Yeah, literally. Man. She actually is the GOAT. And I reckon she'd go well in the men's game. I always talk to people, I'm like, she'd play all good.
Yeah.
I reckon she'd give me a hiding out.
You wouldn't want to run at it.
Yeah.
That list was pretty cool too. Like Doug Howler was on there,
Yeah.
Christian
Yeah.
Cullen,
Yeah.
and then
There's
Portia's right at the top.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty impressive list.
And the way that I think even everyone that knows her talks about her, but Ruahei after got interviewed as captain and the way she spoke about Portia as a rugby player, but also just as a very grounded person and someone that you want to have in your team, I think just speaks volumes of her. Right, Jordan, the Warriors. Or Toa, do you watch the league?
Not particularly.
Fair
but
enough. You on the Waz bandwagon?
I am.
Any cousins?
Nah. Damn, I'm going to be known.
Leka Halasima's Naitoa's cousin.
Oh, shit. I'm going to be a meme now. Nah, no cousins. No cousins.
They dropped to 6 on the ladder, Jordan. They went down to the Parramatta Eels. How are we feeling? They're going to make finals regardless.
Yeah.
Uppy, you think they're going to play Panthers possibly, depending how it works out this week?
My mathing.
Analytics.
Been watching it closely, right? I reckon we'll probably end up playing the Panthers at home, which is a big ask.
Yeah.
But it's so tight. Like the competition, the teams from the bottom are beating the top teams.
Exactly.
It just goes to show how tight the competition is, bro.
I was just having the thought too, like, we kind of write off the Eels in a kind of way, but then I'm like, don't forget, this is an NRL team.
Yeah, right.
This is still a very, very good footy team. I saw the bro get that runaway try.
The Fox.
Fox, man. I'm just like, you
in
can't...
his 200th game.
You can't, like, underestimate that at all.
Yeah.
Like, there's some superstars in that Eels
100%,
team. And so... And that's across the board, like Uppy was saying, like just to echo what the bro was saying. This is still the NRL.
Yeah.
These are still like the best of the best.
Yeah. Just the bunkers aren't the best.
Well, I was going to say, the controversial bunker decision. What are our thoughts?
I think they're Naitoa's cousins as well.
Those definitely aren't my cousins. If they were, I would have claimed them. That's what I've been saying, the bunker. That's,
What do you reckon? Try, no try?
Try.
Yeah.
I'd try. Yeah,
I'll get try as well.
I think the bunkers, like even in rugby, like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get told off. I can't say.
That's it.
I love rugby. So
We love everything. It was funny though, because when I was in the press conference after, Dimitri, who went up for the ball, in his post-match interviews, had told all of us, yes, he did touch it, but he thought it went backwards.
There you go.
So then the question changed from did he touch it or not to did it go forwards or backwards, because he thought he was facing his try line. Then Andrew Webster comes in to the press conference. He doesn't know that Dimitri has said this. So Webster's still arguing that he didn't touch it. And then we'd say, well, that's not happening anymore.
Comms, boys, comms.
So I was like, oh no, someone maybe should have told Dimitri, just don't even answer those questions. And then the Parramatta Eels come into the press conference, and then Jason Riles is like, it's a knock on any day of the week. He knows he touched it because he obviously knew that he had said it.
Yeah.
So that was one of my things, just sitting there going,
wasn't no try
press conferences are crazy.
Yeah.
And I guess this is a part I have for all of you, and Toy, you can answer this or not because you're still in there, because I've been as an athlete and now as part of media. Press conferences, like the media have to ask the questions, but then the coaches, I feel like there's always this back and forth, and the ones that go viral is when they're almost always
having a bit of
a controversial conversation. But I don't know what the answer is. I just sit in there going, oh my God, it's happening again. What do we reckon?
That recent Des Hasler video is a perfect example too. Like what are we doing here?
Yes.
Like, honestly.
Are you trying to make it go viral?
Yeah.
And I like what the Levels Network said on theirs.
Yeah.
Like, you have that much respect for Des Hasler, and that journey, I think, just kept going. It's, where's the balance? What do we do in these situations?
Like knowing Desi's, personality. I mean, have you ever come across Naitoa Des, bro?
No, I think it's just Aussie journos.
Like, but this one was here in New Zealand.
It's
the Warriors Parramatta one. I was in there.
Seen the guy that he's got the cowboy hat on, it's going viral at the moment, and he went crazy over in Aussie.
Because Kaka?
Asking about his Lebanese whakapapa.
Don't ask me.
How dare you? He's a politician.
They were just digging for it, and they got a reaction. So
media.
Kopoi, isn't he?
It's my uncle.
I guess it's the media game.
Yeah, I think that is. Yeah.
The game's finished. It's done. Nothing can be changed or done about it.
They need a story. That's what I think. You speak to media, and they're like, they got a job to do. You got to understand they've got a job to do. They've got to find something. Otherwise, they're going to lose their job. So they're going to dig, and it's just going to end up being. But you got to understand that's their job too. Really.
Yeah.
I suppose it's sports entertainment, right?
That's it.
Maybe that's the part of
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Entertainment.
yeah. We are in the entertainment
Maybe.
business. Yeah. Every time I write, when your occupation,
Yeah.
when you're flying, I just say
What do you write?
male entertainer.
Male entertainer.
Yes.
Because that's what we
Interpret
are,
that as
yeah.
you will.
What do you write? What do you
Yeah,
write?
whatever you're right.
Not Magic Naitoa. Male entertainer.
Well, that's what we are. We're in the entertainment business. That's what the sport is. So,
Exotic?
Yeah.
No.
I just let it hang. Let it hang.
See
Let it hang.
You
what
decide.
their reaction
Yeah.
is when they look at
They
it.
goes, thank you. And I'm like, yeah.
What do you write?
Yeah.
I usually just write TV
TV. Yeah, that's
What about you, Kim?
because it's short T and a V.
Yeah, that works.
I just write student.
Student.
Student of life.
Forever learning. Oh, that's it.
Stop it. Jordan, did you say what you write?
No, I just
No.
I just,
Can't remember, yeah.
Just put
Yeah.
dad or something.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a nice one.
Fair enough. Our NRL Wahine, they unfortunately lost to the Dragons 26-18, but I thought they played really well. Their attack was great on the weekend. Some local sport, Uppy?
Yes, local sport. Shout out to all our high schools, actually. I've seen the Rotorua
Yeah.
boys got the W
Yeah.
over Fielding Egg,
Yeah.
and Manukura
Yeah.
went for a 4-peat over Hamilton Girls. So
Oh, wow.
in the local rugby in Palmerston North yesterday, so
Yeah.
it looked like a terrible day.
Yeah.
But how did you go in Wellington Cole when you were there, bro?
I didn't even know top 4 existed. That's probably how bad we were. But we won. My second to last year won the Wellington comp. That's all I really wanted. But we lost to like Hastings, and that's when Hastings they went to top 4 and won. So they were the biggest in the Hurricanes group. There was like Devon Flanders, Lincoln McClutchy, Falau Whakatawa.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys, they just ran the show. Yeah.
Mean.
But I didn't even know it existed top 4. So that probably just tells you we were no good against anyone else.
But it was cool to see all the sport across last week. Netball had their units for the secondary schools. Ames Games is on in Tauranga this weekend, so be very busy down there.
14,000 students.
The biggest sporting event in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Which is just incredible. So all our rangatahi down there. Uppy, I'm not sure if you want to mention Heartland Rugby.
Nah, no comment. Just another learning.
Damn. That's
learning
it. They never
experience
lost,
for
it's just
us,
learnings.
so-
Yeah.
We're off to Mid Canterbury this weekend. So.
They're good, aren't they? Mid Canterbury?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it cracks me up, bro. You come in, most weeks and you say, I don't want to really talk about it.
Yeah.
Then I see our Kazi Libra Stowe's highlight reel, bro. And then I'm like, this isn't matching up, cuz.
Wharenui,
Yeah. Nah, he did a vlog the first week, and I asked him, bro, why aren't you doing any more vlogs? And he's like, because we're not winning.
You got to keep that same energy. Wait, when's the last you got to keep the same energy?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And also on this week is the Koroneihana. And Uppy, you guys aren't playing this year.
Yes, so at the Koroneihana last year, we were lucky to win the Tonga Mahuta Shield. And they've called the sports off this year because it's our Queen Ngāwai Honui Te Pō's first coronation, first Koroneihana, so the focus will be on her. So,
nice.
Waikato, if you want it, you got to come to Pākerikiri Marae to get it.
Here we go.
So, Jordan, sort the troops out, brother.
Can you bring that Heartland team, brother?
You can say that to me before you raise your Tainui cousins and I said, hey.
So, it'll just be locked up in the East Coast for another year. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And just to finish up, we'll do our Sharp As or Sharpen Up moments of the week. So it can be about anything, so we'll give you some time to think about it. Bro, my Sharpen Up moment of the week, I was down in Otatahi Christchurch for Stealth Fighters League on the weekend on Saturday, a big MMA fight night. And Nakora Lee Kingi, he fought, but then it's come out yesterday. He got given the win for his fight. I was prepared to question after the fight who I thought had won. I think who the commentary thought had won, but it went the other way, which was a bit shocking, I think, to everyone. Right. And then yesterday it's come out that both teams agreed that the fight was scored wrong. and it will now be a no contest.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say to that to sharpen up, because essentially they don't get a loss each, but also someone doesn't get a win, and probably the fighter that did win now doesn't have that win on his record. And I think that just again messes with the integrity of MMA and fighting and all of that. So that would be my sharpen up moment, and especially for me after I'd written my questions, thinking I was going to interview one of the bros, and then they gave the win the other way, and I was like, oh, well, fray this out. And then what do you ask someone who thinks they didn't win as well? That was really tough. But he was he was great, Naitoa, and he really gave credit to his opponent, which I think was huge of him. But that was my sharpen up moment of the week. Jordan, you got a sharp as or a sharpen up moment?
Just a sharpen up, sharp as moment. Sorry, just the Black Ferns again. Just loving like all the cool milestones, like Braxton getting a hat trick and player of the match. Portia getting the top try scorer to ever, person to wear a black jersey. And then just the campaign towards that cup, raising it above their heads, and I'm just real excited for that. But I also just want to quickly plug, we got the Father's Day giveaway.
Yes.
Shout outs to our sponsors, Beard Brothers. We've got lots of sausage. You like sausage? We got an amazing meat pack that we're wanting to give away to one of our fathers out there who follows and listens to us. So we'll throw out the competition details on our social media pages. Look out for that, and you can win yourself a mean. And then you got to cater a barbecue at your whare as well as the... I'm just throwing that in there. But we got a cool as Father's Day prize to give away thanks to our sponsors, Beard Brothers.
Nice.
So that's sharp.
I'll jump in. My sharpen up moment of the week is last few weeks, right, after the Heartland Games, we've been doing a bit of a hongi. So after we hongi the other team, right, in the last couple of weeks I've had so many different types of hongi. So my sharpen up moment is to all 6 million New Zealanders, sharpen up your hongi game.
Man.
What makes a good hongi?
I'm getting headbutts. I'm getting kisses on the nose.
Oh, my days.
I'm getting awesome.
Was
Getting
there a
stink
portai?
breath.
Was there a portai?
Yep, getting the portai. Coach is still wearing the portai. Dong straight. The old those ones. But just a couple of tips for our hongi game. Have a nice firm handshake, bit of a shoulder guide.
Chin forward.
Chin forward. and go for the inhale when you're doing the hongi.
So you just give a demonstration.
So go for the inhale. So behind.
There you go.
And then like a vape. Make that stink breath out, and then going for your next one. Because our brothers are exhaling when you're... So, just got to sharpen up our hongi game. And there's a bit of a tempo to a hongi too, bro. Like people are just coming in hot, bro. So there's a bit of a... bit of timing.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady, so... that'll be my one, bro.
Toa, you got a sharpen up or a sharp as moment?
We just came back from fishing in Kirikiri. We were at Matt Watson's house, which was really cool. But I think it's my sharpen up moment was the way that Kurt performed. It was like...
Let us know.
He's in my eyes, was the best fisherman that I've ever fished with. And he just looked like a little kid out there. It was so bad. He had so many simple errors. But he's like, it's like playing golf in front of Tiger Woods. Like you're fishing, and he uses left-hand reels. So it's all other side. So everything just feels awkward.
Yeah.
And the bro is standing over you, and he's like the guy, Matt Watson, And Kurt had some shambles moments. Which is pretty funny. So I was bad, but I'm always bad. So I just give myself consistently bad. But he's like usually the guy that I look to, and he's got and And he was caking it. And I was like, oh my days. And he's like, bro, it's the pressure. The pressure's on.
What was that experience like to get to do that with Matt?
It was cool. Like, we've met a few times, and he's a big Chiefs fan, so I've met him through that. And then he's helped us do a lot of little stuff for Bateman and Rodden. And then I just called him and asked him, just felt like the man first off calling him. And asked him if we could come stay at his house over the weekend. And he was like, yep. And we went there. We saw Kevin Bloody Wilson, who's a comedian, perform there. And then we just fished 2 days. And it was like surreal, eh? Like he's the man.
Yeah.
So like just being around him is cool, learning off him. But just being in his home was crazy. Like watching the making of it, and his boat Te Honki's like my favourite boat. So I have Te Whiro, which is the red version of his boat. And so we fished off Te Honki. We fished off Te Honki, and I was like just in awe of like just being on the boat that inspired me to grab the same boat. So it was a cool experience, and it was just like learning off him was cool, and just staying at his house was cool, and then watching Kurt cake, it was pretty funny. That was pretty funny, yeah.
The bros sharpen up.
Any swordfishes? What are
Any
those?
swordfish mojos? Yeah,
mojos.
That was strictly swordfish mojo. That's his beverage.
Yeah.
Good
just
drop?
say beverage. It is, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon. It's a 98% carb-free beer. What do you call that? Low-carb beer.
Yeah, low carb.
And it tastes like really full, so I reckon it's quite nice. I didn't know it was low carb because it doesn't taste low carb. But yeah, I reckon it's mean. I back it.
Nice.
Not just because I stayed at his house and he just let me stay at his house. But I reckon it's cool. Yeah.
Well,
But yeah.
bro, we thank you so much for joining us on
you.
Sharpen Up. It's been great having you on, having your energy, hearing your story. Maybe we'll have to do a Sharpen Up podcast like you said out on the boat one time.
Yeah, take my idea.
No, we'll come and do it with you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Uppy would love to go fishing.
I love you. You got to take me.
No,
That's an idea.
I don't have a boat, bro. So you can take me.
Te Whiro.
Yeah. Oh, man. No, thank you. It's an awesome opportunity. Like, we were talking about it for ages, trying to tee it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, long-time listener, first-time caller. So
Love that.
Thank you for your time and allowing me in your guys' space and letting me talk freely, which is cool.
We love it. Thank you so much. To our listeners, thank you to our sponsors, Groove Bar and Beard Brothers. Make sure you check out our socials to go into that Father's Day Beard Brothers giveaway. And we'll see you all next week. Ka kite.
Chi-chi.
Beauty.